Today we are going to show how to make basmati rice with tadig. Tadig means the bottom of the casserole or the bottom of pot. Okay, for every person we make half a cup, but then let's say 1 full cup for 2 people for 1 meal. So if you want to have a complete meal, go for 2 cups. Today I have guests, so I'm going to make 4 cups. Okay, and we have to wash it, basically rinse it in a lukewarm water. And you can see that kind of like an extra starch from the top is washed off. So we repeat this step 3 times. So we wash it. This is the second time. Okay, this is our rice 3 times washed and rinsed. Then we can go for hot water. And it doesn't matter, basically it's better to fill it up about a couple of inches above the rice level. So you don't want the water to be too low, so it makes the rice smushy, because we are going to boil the rice in this water anyways. Okay, as you can see, it's at least 2-3 inches above the rice level. Okay, we put the rice with about 3-4 inches water above that on high heat, and we are going to pour salt, and be generous with salt, because this water is going to be strained out. This is not going to cook with rice anyways. So I'm putting a little bit more than enough. Normally we put for the food, because this rice will prevent, this salt will prevent the rice from getting broken. A little bit too much of a salt. So we let it boil, and just remember, another key point is use a flat spatula, because round one will break the rice. So we don't stir it too many times, maybe a couple of times during the next, I would say, 5 or 7-8 minutes. And I'm going to just walk you through when it's ready to be strained. Okay, after a couple of minutes, about 3 or 5 minutes of boiling, we come and stir it just once, and we check the rice grains. This is a little, still has a few more minutes to go. Okay, we let it boil, maybe a few more minutes. Okay, now it's about a few more minutes after the second churn. Now we check it out, and we kind of squeeze the grains between fingertips. It has to be about 60-70% cooked, but it's still al dente, not totally cooked. This is ready. You can see this is a little bit fluffy, more than half fluffy, but it's still raw. So we take it to the strainer. All right, now we just put it in a strainer in the sink. Let all the water goes, and then we rinse the pot to get all the rice. And we kind of like just rinse it just quickly to get rid of the excess salt, and let it just drain for a couple minutes. Then we put the pot back on the stove. And we can just put 1 spoon of your cooking oil. It can be light olive cooking oil. I use coconut oil. You can also use butter if you want. So, we just put about one full spoon of coconut oil and let it melt at the bottom of the pot. Okay, it gets melted and it will get ready. Okay, today to show you how to make 2 kinds of tahdiks, lavash and potatoes. I split the rice in 2. It's pretty much the same, but I wanted to show you both kinds. Okay, once the oil is melted, we put it there. And be careful, you have to put something under it so you don't burn your table. All right. Oh, I have to switch them. Okay, this is just a few pieces of lavash. If you don't have lavash, you can use flour tortilla, as long as it's a thin bread. Okay, so, and it doesn't matter if lavash is a little overlapping. So you just basically arrange it. Just spread it at the bottom, and with what we did, this is any kind of either gold potatoes or what is the other kind? Whatever, just a regular potatoes. You just peel, these are raw potatoes. Peel them and slice them. So we are going to just arrange them in 1 layer, the bottom of the pot. Just 1 nice layer, just like putting tiles next to each other. All right, I think I have small pieces in here that I can add. All right, ready? And now we are pouring the rice, the almost 70% cooked rice, just at the top of it. And this rice goes here. What we do also, one more point, you just go softly and just push the rice from the side. This prevents too much of the rice to get wasted and get too much crispy at the sides. So we just go like this on both pots. And we put it under medium heat over this. So I'm going to show you a trick also. We have electric stove, and with electric stove it's hard to manage the heat versus the gas stove. So we are using 3 bolts to give some space so our tahdig gets crispy and golden instead of getting too brownish. And I'm going to put the heat on 4. 4 means medium. It's not low, it's medium. So whatever shows in your, I will do the same here. I have to bring my bowls. So, and then we put the lid and let it steam. This is going to take about maybe 10 minutes before you can see the steam. And if for any reason After 10 minutes, you don't see any steams coming out of your rice, just raise your stove from 4 to 5. I would say just a little bit toward high from your medium level, because we really need after 10 minutes to see a little bit of a steam. Okay? Okay, leave it for 10 minutes. Okay, now we check the rice and you can see it's steaming, so it's ready. This is just about couple, just because I have 2 pots, this is a little bit too much of oil. This is melted coconut oil. You can use butter, you can use olive oil, or any kind of oil you prefer.
Water.
So, no. I use this spatula with the holes. So I can just split it over this. Okay, and then we just push the rice so it would avoid the sides to get too much of crispy rice that you may not like it with your stew. And with the other end of a spatula, we make 5 holes. 1 at the middle, just softly go to the end and just make a nice round hole. And 4 at sides, just with 90 degrees from each other. This is to allow the bottom of the rice also to get fluffy and not get too mushy in the bottom. So the steam nicely comes out and then goes down. And at this point, we can just cover the lid. You can use a clean kitchen towel, or you can use paper towel. So I'm just folding about 4 layers of paper towel, put it here. This also gets an extra steam and avoids the rice from getting mushy. And then put the lid, and that will stay at 4. If before this stage you want to get the steam faster, you can put it on 5, a little bit above medium. If not, keep it on 4, or I would say, to be conservative, put it on 3.5. So the rice gets fluffy and steamed and getting fully cooked, while the tahdig is getting crispy and golden. And I do the same thing with the other rice. Remember, that was the rice with the Lavash tahdig. And I do the same thing. Pour this. And then make 5 holes. And cover it with paper towel. And leave it on 3 or 3.5, I would say, on electric stove. And on gas stove, just put it on medium to low. Actually, I would say low on gas.